Real Madrid are a complete mess. Whether it's Tchouaméni giving Valverde brain damage, whether it's Rudiger slapping Carreras, slapping assistant coach, whether it's 6 players not wanting to talk to Arbeloa. We know 3 of them are Spanish: Carreras, Ceballos, what was it, Carvajal. Maybe that's why Rudiger was slapping Carreras, but I'm not just kidding. He's also not good slapping assistant coach. I mean, we always knew there's player power, even from Xabi Alonso days. That was one of the reasons he got fired. That the football players did not want to sit down for tactics and analyze game. Just interesting to say the least. I mean, essentially, Madrid are a mess. And where do they even go from here? And in this video, I'm going to talk about it. In case you've been living under a rock, I'll go into each case separately, going a little deeper into it. First one, Tchouaméni Valverde. Apparently, or not apparently, these are reliable sources, not, Sexo Craco Madrid on Twitter. But on May 6th, Valverde gave Tchouaméni what Tchouaméni thought was a hard tackle. They get into a verbal squabble, and then eventually it translates into a physical one. I don't know how that one ended. And then the next day, May 7th, Valverde thinks that Tchouaméni leaked it. Tchouaméni tries to brush it off, no, obviously it wasn't me. Valverde keeps going. Tchouaméni, I'm not sure how. But the Madrid side said that, Valverde has brain damage, so you can only assume what happened, even though, another screw to the story is that Valverde is now saying on Instagram that there wasn't even a physical altercation, even though he's got brain damage. He has brain damage. Apparently, the first thing he does is just go on Instagram. There's a lot of sketchy, moving parts to this that, I don't know, it feels like everything's coming out at the same time. All these things I'm talking about. I wonder if it's engineered or something, but, more should come out soon. Hopefully we could see, a Draymond Green, Jordan Poole fight camera or something, but, I will say, the next one, there's actually footage that you can search up, but we'll get into that now. Second case, and equally as bad, if not worse, was Rudiger. Like I said, all this came out very recently, almost engineered, maybe. But anyways, Rudiger was yelling at Carreras. Apparently must have been really awful because the team forced Rudiger to apologize to Carreras in front of everyone. I'm not sure about in front of everyone, but forced him to apologize. So it must have been really bad. The other one that I'm sure you guys have seen, if you have Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever, is that Rudiger and this assistant coach, they're I thought at first it was play fighting or something. And I don't know, Rudiger just slaps him. There was nothing before the video, there's nothing after. The coach doesn't laugh it off. I think Rudiger just slapped someone. Rudiger was always known as being a little, crazy, maybe even a little scrappy, hard. And he got suspended for that bottle incident against Barca. Basically, he had his moments, but I never thought he'd stoop this low. Yell at one of his junior teammates, even if Carreras is a bit of a brat. Seems like slapping his assistant coach, who probably has not much to do with any of Madrid's problems. I don't know, this is probably the worst one here, but there's still more. Finally, lastly, but just as bad, if not even worse, because it's the main coaches. Like I said in the beginning, there is 6 players that have a strained relationship or flat out don't talk to Arbeloa. And like I keep saying with the engineered stuff, it's really weird because the only 3 players that have been reported are Carreras, Ceballos, Carvajal. 3 Spanish players. None of them are even consistent starters besides possibly Carreras. Carvalho's always injured. Ceballos backup. Carreras not the best. I don't know, it's very weird. Maybe, I don't know what it is, but just gotta take their word for it as of now. They don't talk to the main coach, Arbeloa. I got Arbeloa's not world class, but the fans are the ones that have to suffer from your bratty ego-ness. This kind of reminds me of Chelsea with Rossini. Seems like that's what's happening. And I've seen articles, I don't know if it's true, but I've seen articles of both that in Spanish they would call Arbeloa conehead or something, basically useless, look at this moron. And that Rossini was called a supply teacher, which I assume in England's a substitute PE teacher or something. I can already assume what players those. Anyways, this is about Real Madrid, and we already saw it under Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso is a Real Madrid legend, legend of the game. He's not Zidane or nothing, but he's a good player. You know about him, and he's an even better coach than he was a player somehow. When Leverkusen, their only Bundesliga ever, had a good start at Madrid. Besides that PSG game, and I mean he got fired, but it's come out that Valverde again. Maybe had to come out. I don't know. Valverde, Vinny. I really don't like Vinny. They were both very against Xabi Alonso. And like I said in the beginning, these pro players, they didn't want to sit down for football tactics. And like the trainings they were hard and long. It's like, I mean, you aren't really giving me good reasons to support you here, especially when Xabi Alonso had a good start, just showing that, just like Rosenior, you wanted to, be good, but your ego got the best of you. So he has two coaches. They both played at Madrid. And it leads me to like, what do you do here? I mean, because what world class, they demand respect coaches are left? I mean, you'd say Zidane, but I don't know. I don't think he wants to come back to Madrid. He's been waiting on the French job for years, and now this is a little egotistical Madrid. And if you can't get him, it's like, let's be honest, guys. Mourinho's washed, sadly. Klopp is not coming to Madrid. I don't know why I always see those rumors. There's just not many of those guys. You just fired Ancelotti, the one of those last guys that's had such a long career, knew how to baby those, bratty players. What do you do now? I guess you go below it's on this season, and you're on Madrid. You have a big window next. You gotta hire someone though, or you gotta sell like some of these players. They're against each other apparently, and I mean apparently Mbappe and others, they didn't mind Xabi Alonso, which I mean brings me to like, this is a very mini point, but the Mbappe dictator memes, like some of our memes, but some people do genuinely believe like PSG got better because they sold Mbappe and Madrid's bad because Mbappe came. It's like, do you see what he's dealing with? Real Madrid don't have Kroos, they don't have Modric, Carvajal's injured, Courtois injured. It's like, who on that team's like an actual leader? Just a pure Real Madrid legend. Seems like these players need something like that, but like I said, you can't just spawn one in anymore. Well, I mean, you never could, but you know what I mean? There's no one out there like that you could get at the peak of their powers. So I don't know, what do you do here? What do you guys think? Who would you hire? Let me know what you guys think. Is it hire Mourinho, hire Allegri, hire one of these, brings the Don back, whatever it takes? Do you sell half the team, sell the ones that you think are causing it? What would you guys do? Let me know what you guys think in the comments.